Psyched.
Well, good morning. We are here finally in our peg on Abbey Lakes. It's Sunday the 10th of October. Very, very misty out there. Look at that fog. You can't see the peg. Now, luckily we walked the lakes yesterday, 5 lakes on here. And what we've done is it's a luck of the draw really. You pull the ball out and you get whatever peg you get. But we did have a little marking system yesterday. You know, ticks for yes, we'll definitely take it, question marks for the maybes, and X's for the definite no's. What the draw is, you get a chance, you pick out the ball. If it's a number you like, you keep it. If you don't, you've got 10 seconds to put it back, pick another one. But when you pick that second one, then that's final, all right? We picked out 44, which is on wild boar. A lot of people were saying that we, shouldn't have put it back, but we didn't fancy it yesterday. We just didn't fancy it. And Lee picked out another one. We got peg 30. Which is on Fox Lake, is it, Lee?
Yes, mate. Fox.
Yeah, so Fox Lake. So we're in the peg now. It's our chance to get set up now. We've got until 1 o'clock before the klaxon goes, and that's rods in. But before then, we can set up, bait up, marker up.
Man, Bill, look at that in.
We've got all our kit in there. So we've got enough kit, which makes a change from our, what is it, 8 items that we normally bring?
Oh, fuck yeah.
8 items to Crete Lakes. We've got enough kit, enough bait. Hopefully we're going to have a real good session, but I will keep you updated throughout the session, let you know how we're getting on. Is it going to be a good one? It's the carp gods. It's for the carp gods to decide. Anyway, welcome to Carping Miracles. It's 20 past 1.
Sorry?
It's 20 past 1.
Good.
So 1 o'clock the klaxon went. That's the time to get your rods in. You have to have done everything before then. Mark and find your spots, bait up, get everything ready, and then your rods go in 1 o'clock on the dot. Klaxon went, shulver was ready. I was kind of ready. Got one rod in straight away, the other one about 10 minutes later. Yeah, we're out, we're angling, but this is what the 2 hours of setup has done. Look at the state of the place. We've got kit everywhere. We've just been rushing and we couldn't find bits of kit, and you're flapping about and you're sorting everything out. Look, it's absolutely everywhere.
Talk for yourself, Bill.
Shulvers, 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 shulvers. So yeah, not just me. Anyway, the rods are out now. We're going to get tidying up, make the swim look a little bit more presentable, and we'll go from there. I'll keep you updated. So, it's the 7:15 update. Sun's starting to go down. Look at the rods now. We've got shulvers going out. Mine going out. Notice the styles. Euro style. Did have the pod out earlier, the jag pod, but look at, you can see the weed. We've got to get past it. So we've got a fish Euro, and I haven't got a pod. Like Lee's got the sniper pod by Signet. Huh?
Grand sniper.
So the Grand Sniper, Grande Sniper, and I have got a storm pole and some little buzz bars.
Yeah, boy.
But check them little sexy beasts out. new reels. Compliments of the shulver. So we'll see how we get on with them reels. He's probably, you know, it's the only reason he's sorted me out with them is they're probably fucked. But yeah, the swim is a little bit more tidier than what it was earlier. But we've got a little marquee set up. That's our little area, admin area. We've got a lot of bait. Bivvy's looking alright. And we have not had a touch yet. And I don't think anyone else has on the lake, correct me if I'm wrong, Lee?
I don't think so.
No one else has either. We're on Fox Lake. And yeah, it's not, we haven't had a touch. But what I've just done is, I'll tell you where my spots are actually. Right, so left hand rod, put it in the margin just beyond the weed. Right, doesn't mean there's not weed there, okay, but there, because there's definitely weed beyond the visual weed. But I'll put a solid bag down there, and I've just changed over from a snowman to a bit of pepperami and a bit of pink plastic corn. And then what have I got out here? My right hand rod, 9.5 wraps. See the tallest tree there? Ooh, 9.5 wraps out. A little bit of a low point, so maybe a gully or a trench or something there. You know, we'll see how it goes. I've put about 2 odd kilo, 2.5, maybe 3 kilo of boilies all spread around. Quite, you know, this place is a predominantly bait boat place, so they're used to seeing big, you know, beds of bait that are in a single location. But what I've done is I've just got the throwing stick out and I've made a massive big bed of bait, probably about the size of a tennis table, you know, and spread it on there, and I've put a little snowman on there, solid PVA bag rig out to there, just literally cast it out now. And on the left hand rod down in the margin, I've probably put about maybe 3 kilo of particle just down there, mixed particle on the little pepperami rig. Because what we're trying is, I'm trying to bait up, Lee's doing singles at the minute, and we'll see what works because we're trying it all. Not too sure where Lee's rods are, they're obviously out in front. And yeah, sun's going down now, witching hour, and hopefully we're going to get a carp tonight. Oh, hello. Little small fish there just jumped out. Nice to say hello. But yeah, so we're all prepared for the night. We've got, you know, landing nets on my side, landing net on Lee's side. We've got my waders hanging up there, so if Lee gets a fish, I'm going in with a net, and Lee's got his waders ready to go somewhere.
Down there.
Probably.
Bag.
Where is it? Oh yeah, there they are, and they're ready to go. As soon as, if I get a fish, he's putting them on and he's going in. So, you know, we're prepared. We're prepared. So we've both said to each other, we're really fishing as a team this time, and you know, you can go in, you can wade in, and if it means us, you know, putting the waders on and getting in, well, that's just what it means to have a fish. You know what I mean? Got to help the other angler out. But there we are. That's us tonight. And there's Shulver. Look at him there. Look, he looks like a gnome.
Drink cold coffee.
Cold coffee. Lovely. Right then. Hopefully.
Cold coffee.
Hopefully we'll have an update for you later on tonight, fingers crossed, and if not, you know, we'll see you in the morning. So a couple of knocks during the night. The time's coming up 5 to 11. A couple of knocks during the night. Nothing to write home about though. Changed my baits this morning. So I put a pepperami on the left hand little margin rod. I've changed that over to a cell snowman. I don't like the cell, but I've done a bit of reading, and apparently cell's been used so much on here, it's worth a shout. Put that one, I've taken it out of the margin as well and cast it out to 20 wraps. I saw a lot of activity out there this morning, so it's gone out there. Anyway, we just spent an hour or so trying to clear the weed in front of us with a weed rake. That's why I've got the waders on, got the old Vasses on. I mean, we have made a dent, but it still just looks so weedy out there. And you know, and every throw of the weed rake, it wasn't getting any better. It wasn't getting any thinner. Anyway, shulver's just forced me to tie the marker float on again. Just taking that amount of braid off. He did wet the braid. You know, he's new to this game. He's new to angling. You know what I mean? He doesn't know that you've got to wet braid before you cast it out.
Yeah, show me how shit that fucking braid is, Bill.
Right.
It's dog shit.
Well, it is now. Big pile of it. Anyway, what I wanted to show you is, if you ever end up with a spool of line and you have to cut off or what have you, don't put it in the bin like this, all wrapped up and what have you. Cut it into little bits, because if it ever gets into like a bin bursts open or something at the landfill and that, it'll just get caught up and kill animals. So just cut it all up into little bits, and that way nothing can get caught up in it. And that don't just go for braid, it goes for all sorts, whether it's mono, fluoro, whatever you've got. Basically just giving it a haircut. There we go. And these PB Products cutters, I've mentioned them before, but they are absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. And then chuck it in the bin. Lee's got the marker float out now. He's had the sonar out. Caught up in the weed, mate? Was it pure silk?
I don't know, mate. Just might be shit I've dragged in. No, the float didn't come through it. I went up the fuck it was.
Soft as shite. Was that the clip that you clipped up to?
Yeah.
And what was that, 20?
Yeah. virgin fucking line, Bill. Look at that.
There you go, floats up.
Look at that. It's a brand new braid.
Sexy, innit?
Honestly, mate.
I like to keep that fucking under wraps, mate. You put one out there?
You film me over?
Yeah. You're going to be a movie star one day, Lee.
I'll get my cock out then.
I don't think anyone wants to see that, mate. Is that where you want to be, yeah?
Aye?
Is that where you want to be?
That's the 20 wraps.
Rog? And did it feel good, though, when you landed? It's got to be, it's clear enough to get the float up, I suppose. Get one on it, mate. Don't fancy it?
That's less than 20, it's about 19, isn't it?
With the drop. I'll tell you what though, that other rod out there, was it my left hand rod was at 20 as well, wasn't it?
That was at 20 wraps, yeah.
Yeah. Right, well I'm going to bait up to my bit using that marker as a distance.
Can we put a sonar out there? Bill? What, mate? Do you want to put a sonar out there? Why? See what's fucking on the bottom.
You won't be able to get a signal back. Too far, isn't it? I'm aiming for that B, remember?
Should we go past that a bit, mate? Aye.
What do you mean?
Well, if we're doing 20 wraps,
Yeah.
let's see about another rod that can pass that, ain't it?
We're doing 20 wraps, remember the drop.
Alright Bill, just take this. Where's my phone? Where do I put my phone, mate?
Sorry, mate?
Where do I put my phone?
What about now, mate?
Cheers, help.
I was in the lake, wasn't I?
It's down there. Right, do you want me to put your sonar out there? So it'll reach.
Mate, I'm not fussed. But if you want to put it out there for peace of mind.
Yeah. Right. You have to hold this, mate. You have to do something this time.
No, put a bait out. Can you do something? Putting that whole bag out, mate.
Still, just fucking let me.
What hand should I put it in? Right, you cast out. Once you've put your phone down there. Once you've cast out, I'll pick the phone up there. All right? Fuck me. I'm trying to put bait out. And you want me to fucking hold the phone? You're really helpful standing fucking there when I've got a phone stick going past your head at 300 miles an hour. It's going to whack you in the head, mate. You know about it then. Still not getting it to work. Shit. Right, look, the seagulls are here now, so I can help you.
Right, you hold this.
What you need to invest in? A little fucking phone holder that clips onto your pod or something.
Press the fucking float. Okay.
Yeah. Nowhere near it, mate.
Too short.
Too short, mate. Not picking up neither. Oh, yeah.
Oh, fucking bad, it's got to go in the water bill.
It's saying here, on the screen, it's saying, is it a noddy casting, or is it amateur hour? Amateur hour. Yeah, I'll put that.
Yours just landed on your float and fucking snapped the cunt.
I'll put that them details in, mate. Noddy. Oh.
That's that right.
Right, picking it up. Oh, nice. What's that?
I could stand in there. No, it's meters.
Meters.
Stand over here, Bill. We'll see in the fucking street there.
Patchy reed in the surface. You've got a nice clear bottom, a little bit of silt. It's a clean bottom, yeah. As long as you can get through that weed. Hopefully you can see that. So Lee's put his deeper out. If that's focusing in on it, I can't see the screen. Here we go. So that is what it's given us. See all that surface weed that's not surface weed but tall weed. Hey? Yeah? Oh no, weed's got a bit thicker on the bottom. So the silk's come up. There's a hump there. It's coming up now.
Weed.
No, the bottom. Oh, nice.
Yeah? That right
Yeah,
now?
still the same, mate.
It's all the same way through?
Yeah. Bit.
Big weed.
That's it. Got a lot of silkweed on the bottom, but no tall stuff.
Now, that's not a good spot then. Is that better than the other spot?
Yeah, because all the tall stuff's gone.
There then?
Keep bringing it back, mate. Right, we've got the tall weed now. Coming back.
Oh, we better go for the stuff we're going for. Fill the shit at the bottom really, don't you?
Trying to find that drop, mate.
Should be coming to it shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so just past that. The other side, into that. Better than fucking nothing. And there's a look, weed next to it, so that's where we're going to be. Now we come through the weed.
I don't know, not the hole. It's not narrow, it's not wide. Look, it's coming up now.
That way. That's nice.
That's it, drop past that.
Yeah.
It's anything past that.
But that is not fucking
That's not 9 wraps on. Right, I'll put 9 wraps on this.
go on, mate. That's like 3 wraps out, isn't it? Good evening. Right, it's 7:30 now, and I thought I'd give you a quick update the evening. There's nothing happened today really. We've seen a few fish, a few topping and that, but yeah, it's we haven't had any fish yet, but it is kicking off everywhere else. Apart from down this end, there's a geezer over there who's had 1 fish down this end. The rest of the fish are all up that end of the lake, so hopefully they'll come down tonight. What we've done today is we spent most of the day marking, getting the spots and trying to find some features, and we think we found the features, we hope, and we've put a little bit of bait out on them, and now I'm fishing 2 solid bags. Lee, have you got a solid bag out?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lee's got a solid bag out and a single?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've also found a drop off just out there, not far out at all, that we are going to fish to. Well, Lee's got a rod on that. My tour and the same, roughly the same area, probably about 12 foot apart, just out there on what I think is like a gully, trench gully type thing. Nice and clear though, which is good. And I've got one out on a snowman and one out on a luncheon meat. I've decided just give a luncheon meat a try. Look, if I'm not catching, so let's try something a little bit different. The big thing is check your rigs. If you're going to use something like a snowman or something like that, check your rigs. I had a lapse of concentration earlier and I put the rig on, it was lovely, and I went, oh yeah, get it in the bag, put the bag on, cast it out, and then I went, I changed the pop-up and didn't check it in the margins. So I thought, right, okay, bring it in. And I brought it in, and the pop-up was overpowering the bottom bait as well, so it, you know, the whole rig was off the deck. So I'm glad I fucking checked it, because otherwise that would have been out all night, kind of like a zig, I suppose. Might have worked, I don't know, but that's not the way I wanted to fish it. So I brought it in, then messed up the cast, then cast it out again, messed up that cast, you know, and I had to get it squared away. So we're finally out now, we're fishing, 2 spots out there, one in the margin, one further on. Lee cracked off today twice on his with his spom and his bloody Nash dot spod. Don't know what's gone wrong, we can't figure it out. You know, it's not the braid, it didn't get caught up, wrapped up or anything, so, but it happened twice on the bounce. Spom sunk to the bottom, dot spod still out there. Never know, it might come in to grace us. We did clear a lot of that weed, so maybe it can get through it. But yeah, that's the update for day 2. Nothing. But it is kicking off all over the lake, so, you know, early doors, kicking off everywhere else. We're confident, let's see what goes on. That snowman I've got on, by the way, is an NRG pop-up, sorry, Active 8 pop-up, and a cell bottom bait, one of the salty cells. And what I've done is I've just soaked them in a bit of liquid, a bit of cell liquid, and a bit of coconut goo, the bottom baits are. You won't be able to see them, it's too dark now, but that's them there. Never know, might do the business. I'm actually hoping that the luncheon meat goes off. That'd be a little trick that I don't reckon anyone's brought. I did have some pepperami out the other night, just in the margin, but no, might try that a bit further out, maybe tomorrow or something. Well, I'm going to get the kettle on. In fact, I'm going to have a cider and sit down for a minute. And if I do get anything, don't worry, you'll be the first to know. Good morning from a very misty morning on day 3. It's 20 to 10 French time. Nothing last night, not even a bleep. We would have put money on it last night that we would have had something. One of the rods would have gone, but not a touch. It seems to have really slowed down now across all lakes. It might have been the change in the weather, the drop in the temperature, perhaps, but nothing. So it is what it is. Lee's going to try a different tactic today. Put one in the margin, bait it up, and also put one out on zigs. Nothing to tell you. So not much of an update, but let's have a look around the swim then, shall we? So there's the old little brew shelter. I've got the kettle on up the back at the minute. My seat ain't out, it's under the cover. Breakfast just been delivered. Lovely big breakfast roll, mate. You want some sauce for that?
No. Got 2 sauce over there.
Oh, right. Beevy's in a state. And there's the old rods. By looking at the mist, it looks as if the wind's changed. Might push some fish down our way. Who knows? Let's have a look round here. Shulver's bivvy, nice and tidy, unlike mine. There's the next guy, is literally just up there, so we haven't got much room on the right to cast out. But the lads on the left are real far down, so we've got a lot more room on the left. Yeah, not even a single bleep last night. At least the night before I had, you know, a couple of little bleeps which got me racing out of my bed. Didn't turn into anything though. I thought maybe something even small would have had a little bite on the luncheon meat that I put out last night, but no. Maybe I'll reel that in a bit and see if the luncheon meat's still on. But then you've also got the chance of, you know, even when you reel it in, the luncheon meat comes off. When I used to fish luncheon meat before, I used to put a bit of silicone tubing on the hair to stop it coming off as easy. I didn't do that yesterday because I put it in a little bag. Yeah, and that's about it. I said I'd vlog this session because I really regret not vlogging Crystal, not last year, year before, 2019, when I had some lovely fish and my French PB 56.4. So I thought, right, I'll definitely vlog this. Gone through the first battery pack already. Turned the camera on this morning, it said change the battery pack, so I'll have to try and get that on charge. And then maybe I might show you the facilities that are here at Abbey Lakes, maybe later on, when I go down for my shower. Until then, hopefully that kettle's boiled. I'll have to get myself a nice coffee. So I'm about to change my rig over. I'm going to switch the luncheon meat one out from, and I'm going to put, I've gone back through my photos and there's a double pop-up rig that I'm going to put on. In fact, I'll show you now. Little double pop-up rig. It's going in a bag, so it's real short and it'll just sit up. Just like that. I don't know if you can see that. Sits up like that. And there we go. Really aggressive. Real short. Real short. It's going in a bag. But going through my photos, this caught me a 37 pounder. So that is lovely. Pink and white, exactly the same. And this is the Link. I'm not a big fan of Link, I think it smells too sickly, but maybe that's just me. I don't like the cell neither because it smells too coconutty, I suppose, but proven fish catchers. So that's going to sit up there. The tactic is I've just got to go really, you know, blatantly, come and look at me, come and eat me, I'm tasty. Solid bag with some crumb and some pellet in there. Let's get the luncheon meat one in. Right, so this had a big cube of luncheon meat on it and then a little IB plastic pop-up. You can see the silkweed on it, but I'm not too worried about that because I reckon it's been sitting on top. Still nice and short, drop off inline lead. This silkweed is tough. And long as well. But anyway, I'm going to switch that out now. Little quick change clip on there. Put the pop-up on, put it in a bag and get it out. So for those of you that aren't familiar with PVA bags, solid bags, I'm going to show you how I tie mine, and you know, hopefully it will get us a fish. This is how I always tie them, so hopefully it will be in focus throughout the whole stage. Let's have a look then. Right, so I've got this little bag filler, and these are larger bags than I normally use. These are the quarter large ones, but they were the only ones in the shop yesterday. So anyway, put that in there. That makes it really easy to fill. Start with a little layer of pellet, tiny little layer, and then get some of this crumb. I've had my lead, because it's come out of the water, I've had my lead sitting in this crumb to take up any of the moisture from the previous, bringing it out the actual lake. I'm then going to lay, I'll show you now, I'm going to lay this in there and then hook it on. So I'm going to lay it in there, making sure that the point isn't digging into the pop-ups. Put the lead in and then hoop it over like that and pinch it in place. Right. So that's what it looks like now in the bag. Check my hook, and I'm not happy with that, the way it's laid. That's better. That's better. Right. Now, pellet. Reason for pellet at this stage is you don't want any, should there be any big chunks of crushed up boilie, you don't want any of that digging into the hook point. So you cover the hook point, bit of pellet, then a little bit of boilie crumb, and then, this is a terrible video, I'm sorry for the camera angle, and then I'm going to put a little bit of this link liquid in, tiny bit. I didn't want to put it in too much because I don't want it to stain the hives boilies. You then lay your lead in and you put in whatever you want to cover the lead. Nice bit of crumb there, pellet. Right. Once that's sitting how you want it to sit, remove that. Okay, and this is your bag. A little bit more of the crumb, and then what you're going to do is squish it all down around like that. Difficult to do it when you've got the camera only in a certain point. Get all the ends together and then start to twist. So you're twisting around your leader. This stage then, what you want to do is cut a tiny little corner off, and that allows the air to escape. At this stage, pack the bag, twist it, pack the bag, twist it, pack the bag, twist it even more, okay? So that loop is nice and solid, okay? Then get PVA tape, pull a bit off, and then just go round your loop and wrap downwards to make it even more tighter. Bite it off. Tie your knot. Like so. Then you find the corner that you've cut off, that one, and do the opposite one first. Push it in, give it a lick, and then stick it down. And then that final corner that's got the hole cut in it, push it in, give it a lick, push it down. Take your time. If you want to, trying to get pure aerodynamics, this isn't the size of bag that you want, but just trim off your tag ends and be careful not to cut your leader like I done before. And there we go. That's the solid bag rid, ready to go out. So it's the evening update of day 3. I just put my hat on properly, thank you very much. It's 7:15 now. He's not happy. Snapped off 3 times. Snapped a rig off. 2 spoms. He's not happy. Anyway, we've got some lovely spots, and I tell you what, there's an absolute perler of a spot that we found today. It's a hole. Goes down to 15 foot, and it's clear as a bell, but there's weed all around it. But we found it. We put the marker, we put the deeper out, found it, got the marker out, checked it. Oh, it's so clear, so lovely. Anyway, we then left the marker up and we put a load of bait on it. Like I say, like 3 kilo, but it's all within a dustbin lid size, you know? Like bait boat tactics would be, which is what they're used to. So we're trying that. Lee's got that on his right hand rod. He's got one out as far as we can go, 90 yards. That's the halfway spot. And I've left mine in since when I cast them out today, with the double pop up and the snowman on. With what's the snowman got on it? A1 baits that I caught my PB on in crystal. That's the bottom bait, big 18 miller. And then on top of that is a Nash Key pop up. And they were both out on solid bags. So if there was, which there ain't, it's clear. But if there was anything knocking about, they're just going to sit on top of it. Bag's going to explode up. The 2 little pop-ups are going to weasel away to the top. On the rig that I caught a 38 pound on, or 37, my last French trip. So know the rig works. We're happy, and I've left them in all day. I'm not moving them. The weather changed today and it started blowing down this end of the lake. Still no one's picked up anything, but you never know, it might, you know, odds on for a bite. Got to reel in at 2 o'clock tomorrow for the barbecue. It's the halfway point. Don't know what to say. It's not, thing is though, it's not as if it's a repeat of Crete Lakes back in 2018, where we were the only pair on the lake not to catch, and then we caught the second from last day or the last day, and they were only small. There's 14 pairs on this lake, still 10 pairs to catch. So, what's that I hear? What is that I hear? Is that you putting the kettle on, shulver? You putting the kettle on? He is and all. So that's the update for tonight. We paid the lady of the lake as well. Put a coin in earlier, that might help. We have done everything we can. We've mixed it up, we've tossed it up, we've changed things, we've worked for it. We're trying. So it's just down to the, you know, the carp gods to sort us out. Come on. And yeah, Shulver's birthday tomorrow. Ooh, I haven't got him anything. Totally didn't know. So I'll have to make something. I'll make something in there tonight out of lead core or something, or tin foil. Present it to him. Anyway, that's the update for tonight. If I do get anything, you'll be the first to know. Just a quick one before I sign off for the night. Check this out. If you haven't had any of this yet, it's called dragon soup. Imagine vodka Red Bull on steroids, drinking a Red Bull that's on steroids. Unbelievable, right? Comes in loads and loads of different flavours. This is a good one. This is like a sour apple, but it's called Dragon Soup. It's hard to get. I was introduced to it by a couple of Scottish Regiment lads who was on a course with, and they loved it, and I tried some and it was bloody delicious, so I managed to bring a couple of cans with me. If you can find it, get hold of some, you won't regret it. Woo!
Look at this side, didn't you?
Hey?
Your block was in the way, didn't you?
Oh, I'm going to go in. Right, anyway, sorry about that rude interruption, ladies and gents. So, I just wanted to show you an item of tackle that's not really tackle, but it's helpful for us on the bank. It's called the Mozzie Zapper by Wolf Tackle. Let's light it up. Let's see what you're talking about, right? There it is, there. And it's basically, you know the ones you see, there we go, the shoulder's got a better torch than me. You know the ones you see in the chip shop? It's like a miniature version of that.
Yeah, shit.
Rechargeable, oh, for fuck's sakes. It's rechargeable. Anyway, he don't believe in it. He says, oh, all you're doing is attracting the mozzies. Well, yeah, of course you are, but they're going to get zapped up. Anyway, we had a look in there. I don't know if you can see, if it'll focus. I don't think it will focus. But there are some mozzies that have been zapped in there. Get a little brush with it, and you can brush off the little veins there, but it just zaps them. So we're going to have that on tonight, as well as, because I've got a bit underneath my chin. That's what made me get it out the bag, and get my... well, the best stuff you can ever get for mozzies. Let's have a look in here. Avon Skin So Soft, the original. I'm not so sure the newer versions work as much. People say they don't, but this is an original bottle. It's probably worth about 300 quid. Skin So Soft. I'll tell you what, the best mozzie repellent ever. Ever, ever, ever. But we've got that on the go. In the little setup. In our little brew tent. And hopefully it'll stop the mozzies from biting. Well, what a difference an hour makes. An hour ago, couldn't even see along the other side of the bank. It was so foggy and misty and it was freezing. Now I've got my bloody jacket off. It's an absolutely lovely day, stunning day. So we're at the halfway point now. It's Wednesday, day 4. Nothing still. Another pair have caught on the lake, so that's 5 pairs now that have caught on this lake, out of 14 pairs, so all up the other end though. But they're all up the other end. So today at 2 o'clock, rods are coming in. Everyone's rods on the lake, everyone's on the complex coming in, and we're going over for a barbecue, social and the photo. I spoke to a few people around and they've said that in previous years this has got the fish moving. If they were stuck in a bay, if they were stuck up one part of the lake, they can get moving because the lines ain't cutting them off anymore. But, you know, will it? I hope so. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, we have tried everything. We are trying everything. We've tried different distances. So we've got one margin, we've got 2 in the middle, we've got 1 out of distance. We're now going to look for another spot now to see if we can have like a 4th element of distance. We've tried singles, we've tried double bottom baits, double pop-ups, single pop-ups, snowmen. We've tried zigs, we've tried different coloured foam, we've tried different coloured different depths of water. We've tried solid bags, we've tried stiff hinge rigs, pop-up rigs. It's, you know, big beds of bait that are spread out, little beds of bait that are spread out, boilies that are knotted about, stringers, sticks we've tried pretty much all the boilies in our arsenal. We've tried luncheon meat, we've tried pepperami. We've got no cheese. We've got particle out. We've tried plastic dumbbells. We've also tried we had a bait out last night on you know, about a dinner plate, not a dinner plate, a dustbin lid worth of bait, like a bait boat would drop. That's been out. Scattering the boilies with the boilie stick. Tried firing them out with the catapult to get them spread even wider. But they're just not down here. So the only hope that we can have is that today we'll get the fish moving once all the rods come out of the lake. Lads next to us haven't had one. Lads the other side haven't had one. Lads opposite us haven't had one. Lads up there haven't had one. And there's even a few pairs that are up that end where they're coming out, because they're sort of like coming out in the middle of the lake, but it seems that they're cut off from getting past. So they're having them. But it is what it is. Lee's going to get the old beaker out now, see if we can check that other spot that we're going to try and find. Evening. What's the time? 7 o'clock. Right, so what have we done? At 2 o'clock, the rods came out of the water. Everyone's rods came out of the water. And we went over and we had the barbecue and the social and the raffle as well. Did we win? Yes, we did. So I got a fish care bundle, safeguard bundle, which was it's net dip, fish care gel, hand gel and stuff like that. As if we need any more hand gel, but you know, it's there. So I won that, and I won an atomic tackle bundle as well. So you know, there's lead core leaders in there, rig rings and boilie stops and hooks and jelly wire, hook link material, all sorts of stuff in there. Real good prize. None of the big stuff. I didn't win any rods or reels or stuff like that. But so that's both raffles that we've come away. So Lee won the freezer bait bag the other day. Yeah, so yeah. Witchwood freezer bait bag. Still got a raffle ticket on it, and there's 2 in there, and you clip them on top of each other. Absolute pucker. And I won the the atomic tackle and the thingy. Oh, and Lee won. It's a pretty special prize, Lee, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
An entire tin of Quality Street. So watch out for them.
Love them.
Yeah, he's given me all the strawberry ones because they're my favourite. Yeah, so we come back. It finished at 6 o'clock. It was a lovely bit of dinner. Hog roast it was. Potatoes, hog roast, crisps. Oh, it's delicious food. And now we've come back and we've got the rods out on the spots. Now, we're hoping that break has let the fish come down from up there. Come down and feed on our baits, and they're feeding on them right now. But what you've got to remember is there's 14 pairs. Each pair has got, each person has got 2 rods, right? So that's 28 rods. Each person has got a partner. Yeah, so that's, what's that? 56. 56 individual piles of bait and rigs out in that lake for the carp to feed on. Will they choose ours? Well, I bloody hope so, but it is what it is, isn't it? 2 solid bags out there, out on the spots out there, and let's see what the night brings. I'm hopeful because something's changed. I wasn't hopeful this morning, but something's changed now, so maybe, you know, something will happen. I bloody hope so. I really, really do. So yeah, so that's the evening update. Nothing else to tell you. What am I using? In fact, I'll show you the rig actually. I'll just put a copy on. So this very simple rig here. It's a size 2. Called a hook. I can't remember which one it is. But the reason I've changed it is because look, it's just not sitting right now. What I've done is, as I pulled the new fresh boilies on, I pulled the hair out, pulled the ring out, little rig ring. It's not focusing. So then when I tested it in the water, that's how it sat, and that's not right. So I've retied it, and now the thing's sitting like that. If you can see that. So that's what's out on one, and the other one's out on a cell snowman. This is Link, high-vis Link. Anyway, battery is screaming at me. I think I might have to do the rest of the vlogs on the phone, because well, I've used the other battery and I don't know where the charging points are. Anyway, I'll give an update if I catch anything. Good morning. It's the second from last morning that we're here. I missed yesterday out completely. Nothing's happened. Nothing has actually happened. There's still 8 pairs on the lake that ain't caught, and that's including us. We're down the wrong end of the lake. We saw some fish moving yesterday, but nah. I mean, we casted the spots. We tried even different spots, different rigs as well, but it just ain't working. Shulver's over there making the coffee. And each morning I kind of forget to do the morning vlog because well, I'm probably usually still in bed, but there's the lake. Every morning it's really misty. I mean, it's starting to burn off now, but it's really misty every morning. We're getting real cold temperatures during the night, hence why I'm, you know, wrapped up. And then during the day, the sun comes out. It's gorgeous. I was in shorts yesterday. But yeah, the update is there's no update, unfortunately. It's probably going to be a right miserable blog, but I thought I'd best blog it because I had a great session last year, didn't blog it and regretted it, so I thought I'd best blog this one. But we haven't had a session at all, really. All it's been is you know, heartache. Anyway, the battery is screaming at me again, so I'll save it to see if I do actually get another fish, but it's flashing at me now. So cheers. Right, this has got to be quick because like I said, the battery's screaming at me. Sorry for the lack of updates and blogs and stuff like that, but I just haven't had the batteries and the charging points. I didn't bring my adapter for the camera. I didn't think they'd go through them that quick. Anyway, it's the last morning. We didn't have anything last night again, and it's just been a bit of a real tough session, if I'm honest with you. Real tough. But no, it's, you know, we've been out for a week. Me and Lee had a few laughs and that. But there's about an hour or so left of the competition. Still could happen. I mean, it happened to us at Creek Lakes a few years ago, and we caught on the last night, but it's not looking right. It's been a great competition. There's been some terrific fish caught, terrific fish, but just not this part of the lake. Although last night the geezer opposite us caught a fish for the first time, caught his first fish, had a 30. Them lads over there haven't caught. They caught one on the first day. Guys next to us haven't caught. Guys next to us haven't caught. I don't think he's caught either over there. But yeah, it is what it is. So, Abbey Lakes, you've beaten us. You've bloody beaten us. You've taken us to the fucking edge. We've tried everything, and we spoke about it last night, and we said I don't think there's anything else we could have done, genuinely, that we could have done. But we'll be back. We definitely said that we're going to come back here. Maybe on our own terms though, with a bait boat. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the blog. If you've enjoyed it, let me know. If you think I should change anything, let me know as well.
Yeah, catch a fucking fish.
That's a good start. We'll catch a fish next time. But until next time, fish safe, don't have nightmares.